anybody else, even on the immortals or Buddhas, to do it for you. Obviously, you will be helped if you can reach the levels. For instance, when you first land in Australia, France, USA, or any other country with an empty hand, you always meet someone who is helpful to you. So it is the name for the soul. If you assiduously follow a path toward spiritual perfection, if you practice well with the help of the method and move forward, then you will be naturally helped. On the path toward spiritual perfection, why are you still greedy? Why are you still dependent on the divinity and keep praying constantly? How many people have all of you reached? And yet there is only one word that is essential to you. There is resignation. There is no use to read many books and not put into real practice. How fortunate we are today to have such a good method for self-practice and self-regeneration. We can develop ourselves and progress on our own. We are aware of the sacred moment. We understand and commune with it. Our eyes are closed. Why? Our ear listen, and our spiritual heart awakens to live internally in pureness and light. There is the lifestyle, the openness, and eternal progress. It is indestructible if human beings live in good balance and in a lucid state. Even though I am away from you, every moment of the week, every hour and minute, I feel that I am very close to you. I always commune with you in spiritual depth. My voice often touches to you to let you see that we are one. You live with me, and we are eternal travelers together. Hand in hand, we overcome many tribulations on earth. I am always there in moments of suspense. Together we confront the trials and overcome the difficulties. So why don't we continue to develop and strengthen our courage to contribute our share to others with real potential and practice. Everything that I declare to you here comes from my own experience and practice. With my own effort and progress, I have lived through it. I have shed tears and suffered. I have tasted all the bitterness, and now I present the experience to you so you can see that the road is unavoidable. You have to finally experience this crucial time of pain. Do repent and correct yourself. Only at that moment you will not use any more pretense from outside, any more religious regimentation to oppress. You should regenerate yourself in this in order to be free from the karma of the heart. When being free from karma, you will instantly become Buddha. Why can't you understand that? Now, you just use religious principles to oppress yourself. You are sinking into oblivion without awareness. Anger and passions are sweeping you up. Now, if you are aware of it, then you should work for it. You should practice in order to achieve it. Even though you are not as eloquent as Buddha, but your words are true. The words originating from your true self is Buddhahood, and the one you borrow from others are falsehood. Therefore, you will achieve with real training. When reaching the goal, you will make offerings to heaven. This must come from your own effort, your honesty, and your sublimation of mind, so that it will converge into a myriad of magnificent color. Those nuances of color are undefiled and spotless, just like the lotus flower. A long year had passed, a long year with many lessons not completed. We have made many promises, but many of them are unfulfilled. It is tempting to hear about self-devotion, sacrifice, and wisdom. But how far have you gone? To start, you must do yourself a spiritual revolution. Dash to resolutely engage in practice. Follow the correct path. And do not make any excuse for yourself. Otherwise, you will be belated, and age doesn't wait for you. When coming close to the infirmity of year or of the body, you will not be able to cope with the situation due to weakness. Thus, if you care about yourself now, if you agree to learn and advance to finish your lessons in due time and to resolve the matter properly. Then you will be able to enjoy the happy blessing from the whole universe. You didn't realize how many blessings you have received during the past year. It is because you lack the serenity to be aware of them. Good breath has been generously poured out to you. Many enlightened immortals have been assisting you all of the time. They just wait to see you advance further, so you can rejoice abundantly because of that glorious happiness. See that the sunlight and moonlight have shone down on you even if you stand out in the open air. And if hiding in the shadow, how can the radiation of the sun and moon reach you? I have often said that every person is unique. No one can create a human being. The opportunity of owning this body is for learning lesson, practicing resignation, and taking tests. Today, you agreed to come to this place and join in carrying the torch of serenity and lucidity. You agreed to remain silent and listen to my spiritual guidance that results from pure practice. You are me, and we together have followed the spiritual path. We unfasten our karmic bonds, and we will continue to do so. Let us seek our true identity and real potential. We must determine the ultimate location of spiritual conscience. Our omniscience power is really the power of forgiveness and love. If we know how to forgive and love, the joy we will have. We face each other by our consciousness, even while our eyes are closed. We can clearly vision our past and future. We can recognize that our friends are also coming from one structure that has been granted by God. His purpose is to send us down here to learn. We close our eyes to meditate and experience a feeling of ecstasy on the path of returning the origin. We must move forward with courage and certitude. We go in silence and not with agitation and revelry. We free ourselves during those moments of the meditative contemplation. We experience the rapture of lightness and proceed to the void of void. We must free ourselves from everything in order to reach that state of void. Within that state of non-existence, there is existence, there is the eternal bliss, the inner return of order and light. Now look at your body. Isn't it also a symbol of order? Without order, you cannot guide your body to come here and join our annual spiritual meeting at a local place. See that your body is like a dwelling place, a kingdom that shelters your soul. It is also like a country with hierarchical structure and institutions. Whatever process the microcosm. The microcosm has the same, but so few of you can see it. Now, with the help of the method, you can experience it. The more you practice, the more you enlarge your knowledge. You close your eyes, but your vision widens more and more. It is due to the exercise of the concentration of spiritual energy. You haven't been able to see the light yet, but your vision broadens. With eye closed, you see at last. Then in the future, it will brighten even more. You encounter from one chance to another, one circumstance to another, from one knowledge to another. In fact, you are progressing on the path of spiritual perfection. How happy and fortunate to live together in peace among brother and sister. You don't need to pray for peace, but the fact of living together in harmony will bring peace forward. Human beings are the most important entity on this planet. And if we ignore this fact, then we will certainly deviate. What's the good of praying and praying? If your heart is not in harmony, then how can peace prevail? Today, you come here to practice harmony, exert peace with the tools of the forgiveness and love. We share benevolent energy with our brothers and sisters and elevate ourselves spiritually. We are bound to each other by the pure, orderly air of the cosmos. We live together in peace. We are in process of learning serenity. The more serene we are, the more we can resolve all matters despite the importance. We will turn complex matters into simple matters and then simple matters into void. To achieve that result, you must practice. For instance, what is the good of the struggling and competing? What will you get after all? Nothing. So it is best that you free yourself for lightness. And what will you get in that state of lightness? You will acquire everlasting fineness, which is a real happiness. In that state, everything will be provided for your comfort, such as science now is giving you the means to learn the Tao and conditions to live together in peace. With the help of a cassette player, my voice can reach you anytime and keep you company forever. We are brothers and sisters who assume the same road to evolution. Among materials belongings, what is more precious than your body? Your body is miraculous and independent. You have the freedom of choice to develop it. We have experimented with life and practice during the past year. It is as though we were playing in a casino and lost everything. Some gambled and lost their spiritual mind, worn out their body. But today, the help of this method, you may recover something. You start to know your consciousness, to talk about Tao, to recognize the value of love and your real potential and position. There is the position of human being living in the whole universe and not in the confined place. When you realize that you are an entity of this universe, then what you will do? You will try to accomplish great things like your self-liberation. You must emancipate yourself first before being able to influence others. On earth, you possess a most delicate body. No one can create us. So where do we come from? From what structure? Of course, we come from the supernatural nature through a most refined process. We are created on earth with all the capability of talking, reasoning, struggling, developing, supplementing, and then stabilizing ourselves. On earth, no one can produce a human being in that manner. Therefore, today we need to remain serene, to release all worry collected from past year in order to be back with God. There are a million people on earth who do not a method for eliminating impurity and preserving pure energy. Now, since we have that opportunity, we are also in charge of exerting forgiveness and love. So many people on earth haven't known their right position, and now we are fortunate to know it. Our presence on earth is to bring forth love and wisdom and make them available to all mankind. Therefore, we must stop loss coming to this place. You have to spend money and time. You remain silent and surrender. What is this for? It is for the purpose of sacrifice and being spiritual instead of material. You take a long trip to come over here, and you are eager to see your fellow practitioner, and you are happy. You are really happy in order to receive the blessing from God. Why can this place receive the grace from God and not other place? Because we have here many brothers and sisters who have correct and improve themselves. They keep silent and remain self-effacing while invoking the Buddha mantra to receive that precious lightness. After having that experience of lightness, I will make the suffering people know that pain and affliction have all originated from one's own deeds. We have also enough power to bring forth our own happiness. We are living in a loving ocean of serenity during this moment of peace. We refrain from impure thinking and preserve a ray of freshness in mind that serves to make an offering to God with complete sincerity. We make an effort to not create any more impurities or agitation to harm our inside every year. We will have a 3 days of spiritual meeting like this, so we can push ourselves in order to enjoy the Dharma showers of the universe. It gives way to spiritual evolution with sublimation of mind, while your cranial psychic send harmonize with the universal frequency. Even though your eyes are closed, you are really walking. You walk by energy to contribute to the brightness of the universe and its goodness. You take part into development of mankind. you come to full awareness of the rise of light in the three different spheres. At that level, your serenity serves not only the terrestrial level, but the other two levels will benefit the same. The pure flux of universal energy is also contributed by mankind and living creatures. If the living beings do not live spiritually and commune with the world above, then this terrestrial atmosphere will certainly become very oppressive. But on the contrary, if human beings know the spiritual path, then they will see how transient things are on earth. Competition also serves to assist human beings progress toward evolution. During this moment of the meditation contemplation, we feel really stable and delighted. Oppressive tests that had come to challenge us during the past year have now disappeared. Only comprehension, peace, and broad-mindedness prevail. We learn contently in this state of serenity on earth. People have misunderstand Buddha by his appearance. Sometimes they think that Buddha is lazy because of his stillness, and God on the altar is quiet and motionless. But in reality, those personalities are very active. They work wholeheartedly in the formation of this earth. Our spiritual minds have been developed so slowly compared to the rest of the material matters. We should be ashamed of a quick rate at which matter progresses and the slow rate at which our spiritual minds are progressing. We should be ashamed of the quick rate at which matter progresses and the slow rate at which our spiritual minds are processing. For instance, the cassette record can register every sound you want, and yet your spiritual heart is even greater than that cassette. It has been into existence for so many billions of years, and you still cannot capture any sounds belonging to the pure light sphere. You sometimes ignore your own actions. Why? Because of the lack of serenity. When following the path toward spiritual perfection, you need to practice. Do not get bored in the middle of the road. There is the time of child to upgrade your level, and you must overcome boredom. You will retrogress if you tire of practicing. There is the fact of the moving forward one pace, then going backward 3 paces. every week or every year when you are doing your spiritual evaluation, you can see yourself slip backward when you do not practice. However, it is still better to know about your loss than not be aware of it. In this case, you can always improve yourself by the help of the method. You have to determine to proceed forward and never go backward again in any circumstance. 1 year has passed and another is waiting for you. Continue practicing until the time when you can live every day, hour, minute, and second in sublimation of mind. This peace of mind also progresses incessantly like material matter. Who creates those magnificent light? It is from the human's mind and his labor. Those people are brilliant. What they see, they can make right away. So the light are created by the vision of human's eyes. So are the cars and many more things around you. And now you are learning about the esoteric science of the Buddhist Dharma, which is also expanding into infinity. With closed eyes, you can understand many. This science will help you simplify things and bring forth many concise, fresh, new ideas to mind. Many of you experience new waves of thought flowing in the form of a poem. Deep and benevolent thoughts have poured from your mind and have been sent to the universal computer of the cosmos. If you happen not to be certain that you cannot recall the ideas, it shows that you understand profoundly the matter but cannot express it correctly. Sometimes during your meditation you have many excellent ideas but are incapable to recall them later again. Why? Because you haven't reached the proper level. So you need to practice further. There is the law. The law of the regeneration requires you to supplement yourself toward lightness. If you still orient yourself downward to sexuality, then how can you become bright? Without serenity, you cannot become bright in the spiritual Dharma. You only repeat sacred words and mismatch those principles in your daily life. But real practice is late. You reason incorrectly, created hard temper for yourself. That is the cause of the instability in your household. You create misunderstandings, finally sorrows to yourself because your nervous system is overworked. Therefore, with the help of this method, you can regenerate and elevate yourself to higher level of civilization. Continue to hold into the technique of how to disengage your karma. If you practice, you will advance, then certainly achieve the goal. You do not need to rely on anyone. Only your fulfillment will be certified. You will return to your true nature when you are able to discontinue your mischiefs and annoying ways. When you appreciate the truth and straightforwardness, then there will be hope for advancement. If you keep hiding the truth and do not want to bring to the light your evil doing, then you can never progress. So, we know now that we would be unwise to stay in the darkness. We proceed to the sphere of lightness instead. By the time we leave this plane, every one of us must go with empty hands. At that time, we don't even care about our clothes. Our lamps become numb and motionless. So you see, if you understand this, then you must fully grasp the importance of preparing yourself for departure. You came here with nothingness, then you will live in this bed. You will also do it with courage and determination. However, there is existence within there's non-existence. There's lucidity within there's nothingness. There is a positiveness in that nothingness which all pertains to the esoteric science. If you do not retain that nothingness, then you hardly achieve anything. For instance, if you are not patient and calm enough, how can you correctly repair your broken car? Only with composure of mind can you fix it. In case your family faces a problem, then you also need to stay calm in order to resolve the matter. You just guide the member of your family according to the level of awareness. They will remember your advice at the moment of the dilemma. So far I have shared with you many circumstances in life. I am in touch with you in times of suspense, of dilemmas. I observe you every night to see how far you go and how your blindness impedes your way. Therefore, I call for forgiveness and love in order for you to mend your ways and overcome afflictions and sorrows. Those misfortunes will hit you mind first before touching any other member of your family. Thus, you must watch out. If wounds and deviations come to attack you, you must chase them out right away. I show you that the location of your real heart is the cranial psychic center on top of your head. From there comes lucidity in times of meditation. From there comes the condensed principle of the universe that will help you improve your manners and attitude. From there, you will know your real identity. Today, we are happy to be together. We love each other. Sometimes we have difference of opinion, but then we miss the person with whom we disagree when he is absent. When we don't come to see our fellow practitioners, we genuinely miss them and is so happy to meet them again. We hope to be together again every week or every month. What makes you think about your fellow practitioners like this? It is the affinity coming from pure energy. By thought, you emit the pure energy to the universe, and in return, the universe shines its pure energy to you, causing an alliance that urges you to go visiting your fellow practitioners. That's how you feel the fraternal love among fellow practitioners. Sometimes you make them more than your relatives. Why is this? Because we all are brothers and sisters under the paternity of God. Now we orient ourselves to return to the origin, then we are like one. It is even deeper than the feeling you have toward your brothers and sisters in your own family. Be aware that you have been reincarnated on the earth many times and have accomplished medicine in order to have this opportunity to join this spiritual reunion. In ordinary life, when coming to see your friends, you greet them happily. But our greetings are to remain silent so that we can come into communication with the pure divine energy granted to us. We hook each other by the pure divine energy which is so light. Worries are left behind. We live now in peace during this moment of the meditative contemplation. We share to joy that permeates into every cell of our body. we offer to Heavenly God and Buddha the glorious lotus in hope to progress bit by bit. The spiritual joy is very much different from the ordinary joy. The happiness in Tao is lightness and fulfillment. The joy comes from our awakening, from our awareness of a mystic we are. Happy to know our mistakes in order to make corrections. There is evolution toward eternal existence. Today is the first day of spiritual retreat in this place. We remain silent to commune with our innermost core, and we will continue to preserve faith and strength to contribute to the current evolution cycle. We stay together 3 days to see how much peace we can sincerely offer to others, and how much acceptance to share our pure divine energy during these 3 days. With or without my presence, every one of you has the right to supplement your mind up to the place where I am walking now. There is the stand of the vital energy of the universe. Every one of you originated from that place. Therefore, now you must return to that point in order to make an efficient contribution. Only at that point can we understand each other better and join our strength together for the return to our original native homeland. I sincerely thank you for your attention.
Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Các bạn niệm cho đến lúc các bạn cảm thức sự thay đổi trong nội tâm nội tạng của các bạn, lúc đó các bạn mới thấy rằng khoa học huyền bí trong nội tâm các bạn. Cho nên cái 6 chữ này sẽ giải tiến cho các bạn và dẫn các bạn tiến tới rõ rệt khoa học huyền bí của các càn khôn vũ trụ. Lúc đó các bạn mới cảm thức giá trị. Lúc đó các bạn mới đem lòng nhớ thương trời Phật. Lúc đó các bạn mới đem lòng thương vạn linh tại thế. Cho nên cố gắng trì niệm, thành tâm, thanh tịnh, ăn năn sám hối cải, biết ta là một tội hồn chưa hoàn tất, là con bệnh tại thế. Ta phải cố gắng tự trị bệnh, chứ chẳng có ai có khả năng trị bệnh chúng ta ngoài ta. Nên cố gắng thực hiện cho kỳ được điều này, thì các bạn sẽ được cứu rỗi đời đời ở tương lai. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Lúc ban đầu mới niệm Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật, ai cũng có cái thành kiến và không minh bạch đường lối, cho nên khó niệm, niệm không vô. Vì sao? Vì chúng ta hướng ngoại động loạn, chúng ta bao giờ có hướng nội đâu, cho nên niệm nó hơi trở ngại. Cho nên các bạn phải tập. Khi đi làm về rảnh rỗi ngồi một mình, nghĩ rằng tôi đang làm việc cho tôi, và tôi khai mở những gì ở trong nội tâm nội tạng tôi đang bị nghẹt, và tôi là người gia công khai mở cho chính tôi. Bạn mới tập dùng nguyên ý thầm niệm, lưỡi co lưỡi, răng kề răng, dùng ý niệm một chập thì các bạn thấy rõ có nước miếng ra. Đó là vị thuốc linh đơn. Tại sao nước miếng nó thành một vị thuốc linh đơn? Các bạn ăn những gì? Thảo mộc, kim mộc, thủy hỏa thổ phối hợp thành một luồng điển có sức mạnh, các bạn mới đi làm được. Ngày nay các bạn phối hợp cái luồng điển đó chuyển chạy trong cái nước miếng, vừa lọc báu các bạn, vừa khai tâm mở trí các bạn. Đó là một thần dược để trị tâm bệnh cho các bạn. Cho nên các bạn cứ trì niệm Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật mãi mãi như vậy thì các bạn được cứu. Nhưng mà giai đoạn đầu nó khó khăn. Ban đầu chúng ta làm 5 phút, sau 10 phút, sau 20 phút, lần lần đi tới 30 phút, lần lần chúng đi cả giờ, lần lần đi tới suốt ngày. Khi mà trụ đỉnh trung tim bộ đầu rồi thì lúc nào luồng điển ngay trung tim bộ đầu cũng rút bộ đầu các bạn. Lúc đó các bạn vô biệt niệm rồi, luôn luôn nhớ Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật. Nhớ nó khó hơn niệm. Niệm là tập tành thôi, còn nhớ nó khó hơn. Cho nên tôi cũng phải niệm để hỗ trợ cho lục căn lục trần các bạn trong lúc thiền, để các bạn có cơ hội thức tâm và nhắc đi nhắc lại nhiều lần. Những cái cơ cấu tâm tối bên trong nó có cơ hội tiến tới học hỏi và thức tâm. Tiếp tục tôi niệm một lần nữa. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. 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 Nam